We've been having a problem with the cobblestone supply into the colony. The miner alone just isn't cutting it. So, it's time to bring out the big guns. The quarries. We have 2 medium quarries set up at the beginning of our industry district. We have a Lost City themed one, as well as a Space Wars themed one. The Space Wars themed quarry is going to be pretty similar to our Space Wars mine, where we will require a lot of sand in order to get it up. And it's actually the sand that is causing the issue here, because we send cobblestone over to our crusher, who then crushes it down into gravel and then into sand to go towards these type of builds. And thank you very much for finishing up the rabbit hutch there, Riley. Hopefully you will go pick up something else out there. So as nice as it will be to get up the medium Space Wars quarry here, I think we will more or less focus our efforts on the Lost City one, seeing as it won't require any cobblestone to be turned into sand. And this is the build that Mariah is currently working on, which is just going to require a lot of acacia and terracotta items, which just so happen to be on our open request list alongside some other stone brick materials for Jalia. So let's quickly head over to our stonemasons and teach them some new recipes. The framed brown terracotta items can be taught to our main stonemason here because it's an architect cutter recipe. As for the other ones though, seeing as the list is currently full here, we will then need to head over to our new overflow in-can style stonemason and teach them how to make the mossy stone bricks and other mossy items, alongside a lot of other items by the looks of it. One thing at a time with this, let's deal with the mossy cobblestone items first. And now we can concentrate on all of these new requests that have come in. That's all of the items now off of the list, apart from the orange and brown terracotta, which are items that we need to teach to our dyer's hut. So we will go do that, then go to sleep, and hopefully everything will be sorted in the morning. Well, that should have been everything and sorted for them, but we are just missing out on yellow dye. And is that it? That was it apparently. All we have to do is quickly teach the dyer how to make some yellow dye, so that's going to be nice and easy, and that should then be everything sorted. Which it does seem to be. Perfect. Seeing as we are going to require a lot of cobblestone to be turned into sand for all of our sandstone and Space Wars themed builds around the colony, what I think we should also do here is start upgrading our crusher's hut to level 2 to eventually get it to level 3. Because I believe there is a research at level 3 that we can unlock within the university, which should allow our crusher to start crushing items down at half the cost that it is at the moment. Or something like that. I will check up on that research just in a second. Let's get Koa out here and upgrading this then for us, and we'll go check on that research right now. The research in question is the Gilded Hammer, which does reduce the crusher's recipe cost by 50%. We do need the crusher's hut at level 3 alongside some other stacks of items in order to unlock that research, so yes, let's start getting that crusher upgraded. I believe that Koa is still working on the level 3 upgrade to the restaurant at the moment, which is coming together not too bad actually. Or maybe not actually, we are only 30% done. Yes, I may pause the construction of this build at the moment, yet again, just so that we can then move on to start upgrading that crusher's hut. Right then Koa, pick that up, let's see what you're going to require for it. Which of course is just a lot of acacia items and some rails, apparently. Interesting. Well, we have the sawmill and the mechanics hut up to help with those items, but Koa, get your ass out there and get that building constructed for us. We really need it up to level 3. Speaking of getting things up and constructed for us, Mariah, what are you doing? This doesn't seem to be very productive here. She is just awaiting in all of those items that we taught to the stonemason there actually, so that's pretty decent. I just need to be patient and allow the colony to handle that for her. And patience isn't something that I have an awful lot of. Right then, Ellison. I see that you have made a start on the Space Wars quarry here, but let's see if there's anything that I can do to help you out. Which, of course there is. There is always something. While the lime-stained glass panes are an item that we teach to our glassblower here, so that's nice and easy, and that should now be off of the list. I'm just going to ignore all of the sand and cobblestone requirements at the moment. The framed birch blocks have a cactus extra center and a birch outer layer, or the reverse of that, whatever the case, but that is a job for Leighton in our sawmill, which is nice and easy, and that should now be off of the list, so long as I have put that round the right way, which I probably haven't. And the final item, at least for the moment, is some blue wool stairs, which we will just simply teach here to whoever this person is. And that's the open request system being pretty much sorted again. Excellent, let's go check up on the progress. I do see Koa out here, hard at work, expanding out her crusher's hut. That's absolutely fantastic of you there, son. He is 20% done with this already, so it's a fairly big upgrade by the looks of it. Just awaiting in another delivery of acacia slabs, and then that will be him sorted for it. Good work, Koa. We will get you straight back out here to upgrade that to level 3 in a minute. I see that Jalia has made a start on upgrading our true dwarven house, taking all of the cobblestone and replacing it with the stone bricks and mossy stone bricks that we had to teach the recipe for. That's pretty grand. She's doing a good job in here at least, which I'm just happy to let her continue upgrading this little section by herself because she is doing a good job with it overall actually. As for Riley out here in our agricultural district, I seen that she had just finished up the level 2 upgrade to her warped rabbit hutch, which I'm pretty sure this Muppet has no rabbits inside of here anymore. Not by the looks of it. So what we will do then is push you out of the way, and we will set this building to be upgraded to level 3 eventually then, so he can look after even more imaginary rabbits inside of there. Good work, crew, you're doing a fantastic job. I believe that Riley has moved on to upgrade our shepherd's hut, our sandstone themed shepherd's hut, to level 3 next, which is another building which will require a lot of sand to go towards it. So that might not be a brilliant build to help us here with the Space Wars themed quarry, although in saying that there's not too many items sand related that goes towards it. But we will just deal with that whenever we get the requests up for it. You seem to be doing an alright job out here yourself then, Riley. We really should get a second builder out here to help you, now that I'm thinking about it. We still have a lot more buildings to place down here within the agricultural district, so whenever I eventually get around to doing that, we will place in a second builder just to help you with things. But that's grand. In that short little time where I was away checking up on all of the other builders, I see that Koa has made some fantastic progress with the crusher here. We are now 90% done with it, and this will flag off as complete very, very soon. And here is where the powered rails and other rails go into actually, just taking us out to nothing at the moment. Maybe at level 3, then level 4, we will see that expanded out a bit further. But for now, that's really pointless and a waste of resources. But who am I to complain with such trivial matters, especially whenever Koa does just finish off the crusher for us. Nicely done, son. Let's get this up to level 3 immediately. Well, Koa has picked up the level 3 upgrade to the Crusher's Hut, and I've already seen within the open request list that we have a lot of new items that we will need to teach to the colony. Most of which are simple items that we will just simply then teach to a sawmill, apart from the one at the top here for framed exposed copper, which I have no idea which build we teach that to. Possibly the mechanic, maybe the blacksmith. I doubt it would be the stonemason or the sawmill, but we can go check. We will deal with this build one item at a time, I think. Hello again, Leighton. I'm back here to teach you some more recipes then, which that should have taken care of the framed paper blocks, as well as the framed acacia wood blocks, and simple acacia waffle plank. We have a framed glass acacia item here, which I don't know if that's taught to you or the glass blower. Let's try here first. That's the recipe for it then here. Can we teach it? Yes, we can, so that will come off of the list. Maybe the framed exposed copper is something that we also just simply teach to you here then. Exposed copper, which I don't know if that's something that we can teach to a build around here how to make, or if I will just need to await Minecraft letting exposed copper happen. But anyway, that's now off of the list. There's another 2 items here for Riley at the moment, which is another Fletcher and stonemason item, so let me go quickly teach those. And they should now be off of the list, which, yep, but we have even more back on the list, including the exposed copper. And really unfortunately, I don't think we can teach any build how to make exposed copper. I think this is maybe just something that we will need to make ourselves here. Which of course I never have made because I just didn't think I would have to make it. So I will need to request in a lot of copper blocks for me to then place out. And how long is that going to take before it becomes exposed for us? Certainly not anytime soon, I fear. But that's grand. There's some of the new blocks that we have taught here today, now going towards the Lost City themed build. While I have requested in some blocks of copper, which I think that Piers may have just brought for me, yes indeed he has. So all I now need to do is basically just place them down and wait for them to become exposed. I do not have a clue how long that is going to take here, but hopefully it's not going to take too long, seeing as we are just missing 1 block of it for this item. Yes, literally just 1 block of exposed copper just to make 1 framed exposed copper block. That's a bit irritating actually. While we have made some steps forward here today, a little bit of progress with our quarries. The Lost City one is now 20% complete, and the Space Wars themed one is 4% complete, so not that much progress. But whenever we do eventually get both quarries up, producing cobblestone for us, we will have the crusher here to level 3, hopefully then with the new research to reduce the cost of things, and that should only help with the crushing down of cobblestone into sand to help with all of our future builds here. It's just unfortunate then that we now just have to play the waiting game. Just awaiting 1 block of copper to become exposed for us. But we will pick this up next time whenever we do eventually get one of them out, and then we will continue on with getting the big guns prepared.